Hello everyone, what are we here for? To show you the simplest ways to apply decorative coatings. Sometimes we show it more difficult, sometimes we experiment ourselves. But basically we try to show the simplest ways, those that you can do with your own hands. If you are not an expert, either you are beginner specialists and you will have something to start from. Look, we have a sample of this MDF he have not prepared, thus we want to show that the defects will hide some plaster, despite the fact that it is thin enough. It will not detect some defects. That is, the defects will not be so clearly visible. We will use a moisture-resistant paint of a bright color, necessarily a bright color in this case. What color could it be? Any. Green, red and yellow, at least some. The main thing is that it is bright. We have it brown, like this. We just paint. The wall should be free of dropped pieces. It is desirable that it be putty, but even if your wall is not very well prepared, then this is also, in principle, nothing to worry about. We paint on the primed surface. Our paint is bright, thus we create a bright background of the wall with paint and additionally block the absorbency. My roller is damp, I washed it recently, so stains remain, you see. This is because the roller is damp, but not scary. Paint 2 layers in. That's it. Let's leave to dry. The paint dries for 2 to 4 hours, and maybe even a day. In different ways, it happens that it dries for a day. If you have little experience, then in your case it is better to paint and leave until tomorrow. If there is no experience, this means that you do not feel the drying of the materials, that is, you do not know whether it is dry or not dry. Better to leave to dry. Do not risk it. Do not apply on wet. I will even cover the wall with 1 layer of paint. Why do we need a bright color? In order for the next layer then we will have it white, and so that this bright color shines through it. It seems interesting to me, this idea. I think you will appreciate it. In between, while the paint dries, I'll show you how we choose the colors. If you like this sample, for example, and want to order it but you do not want brown, but some other color, then we have a lot of colors. Such color fans. We have several of them, 20 different pieces, and we have more than 10,000 colors. How do we help you to choose colors online? Here we have a color fan. We choose a color for you. Take a photo as close as possible. Take a photo of it in comparison with other colors. For example, we show that this one is more blue in comparison with this, and in comparison with blue it will be, say, purple. Then we take not just a photo, but shoot a video, that is, we zoom in directly on the video. Can this color be for you? Can this color be for you? Or like that. There has never been such a case that we did not match the color, and on our way. We are online not so long ago yet. There were no bad reviews in our direction. We are coping, so you can safely order materials from us. It will dry up now and continue. After the paint has completely dried, we will apply a thin layer of Venetian plaster with you. You do not need to be afraid of the word Venetian plaster. This is one of the cheapest materials. If it is about the total volume, then per square meter the amount of Venetian plaster materials comes out as inexpensively as possible, because it has thin layers of application. Even if it is per kilogram or per bucket for you seems expensive, then in the end it is not expensive at all. Apply a thin layer of Venetian plaster on the bright surface of the wall. In just such a thin layer to cover the surface of the wall. Also here we see defects that we did not remove on purpose, and we will look at how Venetian plaster looks on an unprepared wall. Whether these defects will be visible and whether you need to remove them. You will look and draw a conclusion for yourself. We apply a small area like this. We take a scallop like this 200 rubles, you can take a comb, you can do something similar. If you have some kind of defect on the wall, then you can form such stripes in the direction of the drawing. Is there a defect? Who can see? This is how the stripes were made. The next section is applied and connected to this still. What one? Now everyone understands why we created a bright background, so that we have these stripes in a different color. We will apply it now and it should get a nice beautiful result. The plaster is applied in a thin layer. Her consumption here will be 200 or 300 grams. The surplus that remains on the scallop, you can use it further immediately. You do not need to wait for the excess breadcrumbs to dry out, but you can use it right away. This question, by the way, was asked in the comments and asked what to do with the leftovers. We use the remains immediately, do not wait for them to dry. This is how we connect the sections while it's wet. We made a uniform color, but we could have made 2 different colors for interest. That is, for example, we apply blue, then we apply red next to it, and we make such proters. We take a comb again, and here we have a raw one, and here we have raw, that is, here it is damp and here it is damp, and while the material is raw, we can correct it like this. We remove the excess on the trowel, you can keep some water nearby. If you want, it will be more convenient, and like this we apply, you can in different directions. I think we are great. It will be a very nice sample. No defects are visible. Let us try the sample and show you the final result. We removed the surplus, and while the plaster is damp I can still remove it. That is where I don't like, I can fix it. I think I should leave. I don't like it here. Look, there's little texture here. What will we do with it? We will now coat it like this, and while it is raw, we will correct it with a comb. Now it will dry up. And see the final result. What can I tell you? I think that there is nothing to do anymore. Now it dries up, you look at the finished result and write whether you like it or not. Here the minimum costs are physical, the minimum costs are financial. It seems beautiful to me, but what do you think? I will leave it matte, I will not cover it with azure. If you like, you can add mother of pearl after drying with a sponge. If someone needs it, write questions in the comments, we will cover it and film it for you. And at the moment, I would like to leave it matte. This material can be purchased from us. There are links in the description. By clicking on these links you will be taken to either WhatsApp provider or to VK. We answer there, including myself and Roman answer you using these links. We help you to select materials, arrange delivery to any region. So that is all. We are waiting for your feedback, comments and subscriptions, yours and likes. Bye.